So I was gonna do a quick video response. For a lot of you, you know that I'm a Christian. I believe in truth and a lot of fairly conservative things as far as that goes. I do ultimately believe that we are called to love people whether they are Christians or not. One sec. So, my name is Felicia Fallon. I'm an artist, traveler. A lot of what I do is social change through cultural art. Included in that, I do think that sharing that Jesus loves people, especially women, is part of that social change and making the world a better place. I'm gonna get into something though. I posted on my Facebook that I believe truth exists, basically, and that like if your truth and my truth are different truths, either one of them is the right truth or like if your truth and my truth contradict each other, one of us is wrong. It doesn't mean that we can't both be wrong. I'm not saying what that truth is. I'm just saying that truth exists, and I do, at least right now, I think that it is the best definition of truth that I can think of is that which corresponds to reality. And so like reality, we can experience different things and have different thoughts, and our thoughts shift and all of that, and I get that. But that does not change like what is true is true. Like good things are good things. There are gray areas, of course, and there are bad things. And our desires don't change what's good and bad. So anyway, so that was kind of the premise of it. And one of the questions, the person respond, most of what he said I totally agreed with, and good points. This person is either atheist or agnostic. I'm not positive, but in there, he used the common either sky daddy or flying spaghetti monster, or invisible creature in the sky, or one of those terms that atheists and agnostics kind of throw around. And I think one of the things I thought was really interesting is that in that paragraph, he begged the question, he created a straw man, and I believe there was an ad hominem, all in one sentence. And those three things, if you don't know what they are, go ahead and look them up. But the quickest explanation of my understanding of them would be that begging the question is where you make a statement and you assume a truth that you haven't proved. So saying believing in a sky daddy, that's not, it's just an assumption about what a God is, or what people think a God is, or what they believe a God is. Ad hominem is when you mock someone's character and make fun of them. So you're a ridiculous person who believes in the flying spaghetti monster, you're dumb. You don't have to use those words. That's implied in certain insults and that type of thing. And what was the third thing? The third thing was a straw man. That has nothing to do with any Christian ever actually believes, at least not one who is following the Bible. The second thing with that I noticed though, is that the people that responded to it and liked it tend to be people who have either a hostility or a frustration or have been hurt by Christians or by the church. And I think that's really telling as well. I think it speaks back to that, I don't know if those tactics or those techniques of argumentation or logical arguments are always a derivative of frustration and anger and hurt and those types of things. But I think sometimes when we use, especially ad hominem, when we attack the person, that is almost always well, I don't have an argument, so you're stupid. Or you make no sense, you're dumb. So anytime someone uses that, it's kind of well, really, you're just frustrated and don't have anything to say. So anyways, that's just kind of my response to, if you're gonna debate or use the flying spaghetti monster, totally care if that's what you think about it. Honestly, I think LaVey Satanism is more realistic than the flying spaghetti monster. At least there's some logic and intention behind it. But I also understand the flying spaghetti monster is just a mocking, fun, haha, I'm angry, I've been hurt. I'm gonna take a cheap jab at you or whatever. So if people really do believe in this flying spaghetti monster, if it's not just a mocking jab, let me know. I'm totally fine with being wrong with that. But most of the time, it kind of seems like those two things go together. So we have lots of, actually, one friend, and this is gonna be quick. We talked about Enneagram. I'm an Enneagram 5. I have a good friend who is atheist and also an Enneagram 5. And we were talking in a conversation about we believe what we believe because we've researched it, we've studied it, and we it makes sense. And it's really, and she was saying that, I was that's how I feel I've studied all these religions, these belief systems, and I have a religious studies minor and a philosophy minor, and then African American studies, and I combined them all. And she has anthropology, I think a master's. I'm not exactly sure her degrees, but we're both super nerdy, and we both have come to different conclusions. And I think with her, it's really fascinating to have conversations because she's so, she always has really good answers for why she believes what she believes. And I think too, she's someone who is super consistent in her logic. I've never met, and I'm not saying they're not out there, I'm not saying they don't exist. I don't know any other atheists that well that are hyper consistent in their logic and like the ramifications of beliefs and understanding some of the logic behind it. So anyways, like, but that to say, I think someone like this person wouldn't use the ad hominem and these different, and straw men and begging the question. She wouldn't really use those in argumentation because it's not from, she wouldn't use those techniques in argumentation because it's not from a place of, well, I think that's how it is. It's hey, son, here is more banana. Yeah, that's what, yeah, I thought so. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna feed the little guy, finish feeding him. But I just wanted to put that on here.